Hello everyone and welcome to the APS Variety Hour. This is the show in which members of the Alternative Performance Society bring on ideas they want to try out, give a bit of a test run on the radio, and I sit here and hopefully press the right buttons. Feel free to tweet into us throughout the show at Nerve Radio. We'll get a bit of a chit chat going. This is DJ Matthew Hessey bringing you the wickety wackiest antics on the radio. And no, before you ask, I was not dared to say that. I thought I'd own it, you know. I'm going to make this whole radio thing about me. With me today, we've got Luke Ackroyd.
Hello.
Ben Clarke-Booth.
Hi.
Don't talk, Ben. And Jack KW. No one knows what the K or the W stands for. Not even Jack.
No.
No.
No one ever told me.
Great banter. Nice one, Jack. Get you on the talk show next.
I'm not sure how this radio works.
It's pronounced radio.
I don't believe that.
That's great. We've had our debate then about the linguistics of the format we're going out in. Luke, would you like to tell us a bit about the show?
Okay, yeah, this is the first episode of Last Minute Changes, a improvised team-based game that I didn't actually practice before pitching to Matt and might be making up on the spot right now. So yeah, basically the show.
He says, not reading from a script, of course. This is just an incredible monologue. It's quite inspiring to watch.
Yeah, so basically.
Tears running down my face.
Might want to say your comments closer to the mic, Jack.
No.
No? Cool, that's all right. I'll just be like, oh, Jack just said, and we'll just run the show like that. Jack, I can't believe you just said. Sorry, Luke.
That's right. Yeah, so basically, our three team members are working together to tell a story. They have three roles each. We have Matt as the narrator, Ben as the protagonist, and Jack as the additional characters. Each round they're going to tell a bit more of the story and sort of improvise and make it up as they go along. But along the way I will be coming up with last minute changes that they must adapt their story to include. But before we get on to the actual main show, first we've got to find out what the log line of their story is. So Matt, as narrator, you can pick either the number 1, 2 or 3.
Okay, so each one has a different setup.
Yeah.
Okay. Any clues as to what any of them are?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go for, you know what, go for 1, number 1, like me.
Okay, number 1 is
making the radio all about me.
Number 1, when pigs start to fly, one hero seeks to stop them. So that's what your story is going to be about.
Pigs flying and we got to stop the pigs from flying.
And now, Ben, as the protagonist, you need to pick 1, 2 or 3 to decide what your character is. So have a pick.
2.
Okay, 2. This is your protagonist. A banana that has been transformed into a human and is still getting used to this wacky world. So enjoy
Brilliant.
that.
I could do that.
And then Jack, as the additional characters, I've given you a list of dialogue that you can try and weave into the story somehow. It's up to you. They're just optional, extra challenges for you.
Additional characters that are all first made famous, of course, by Patrick Stewart in the great Shakespearean tragedy. Additional characters.
So I guess we should get started right away.
I love that one though. That's my favourite Shakespeare, the additional characters by William Shakespeare. Yes, right. You reckon we should get started then?
Yep, so round 1 is the setup of the story. You have 5 minutes and halfway through I will rudely interrupt with a last minute change. So I'll put the timer on and it begins now.
'Twas the day before the night before the 299th day before Christmas, and all through the town, mothers, fathers, sons and daughters were waking up and going about their day. It was a normal, traditional, standard British day. The mothers were pouring the cereal, the fathers were putting the milk on top and perhaps giving an endearing peck to their adoring wives. David Cameron was treating the poor as if they'd just dropped the soap in a prison shower.
God.
And Ben was taking offence to my jokes. When suddenly little Timmy did awake. And he ran to the window and with a startled did steak. I tried a rhyme, it didn't work.
I think it worked.
Okay, cool. Said little Timmy.
Yes.
Talking to no one in particular. Went
Timmy
out the window.
Voices.
What voices does Timmy hear?
Bad ones mostly.
Yeah.
bad ones. And
Do they contribute to the story at all?
not particularly.
Then we'll ignore
I
those.
think we should.
Moving swiftly on. In came, whatever Ben's character was called.
A banana
A banana. Sure, a banana
who gets
called.
brought into a human and is brought into this wacky world.
And having been brought into the world, did decide to just stick with a banana. All the names and all.
You just don't get my
Like-
character, man. You don't get my needs.
I'm the narrator, okay? Character's whatever I want it to be.
Is that true,
You
Luke?
couldn't see that, but I did like
Is
a
that
gangster
true?
sign then. It was wickety wickety whack, let me tell you all.
Why is he the narrator?
We're doing terrible. There's
Because
no
you're just
story
not
here.
wickety,
Right,
wickety
they
whack
arrived
enough,
at
Ben.
the window and did shout.
Oh, hi.
Some dialogue, I hope.
Wow, it sure is great to be out of that peel that I was stuck in for all those years. And now I'm free. Totally free. It's pretty great. Yep.
Failing to further the story, he turned to his son, who he had for some reason, even though
Bananas have
he was a
sons.
banana until recently. How do bananas have sons? He thought to himself as he turned to his son and said something to advance the story.
So, Daddy's quite drunk at the moment, so I think you need to drive him to the hospital because he's had too much.
G-Par again.
Oh, last minute changes come in. The producers now want a comedy sidekick for our protagonist. So,
We've got two
do
characters.
as you will.
This is a strange point to add.
When I was a
Oh.
banana growing in the jungles of Hawaii, I made a lot of friends. One of them being a worm inside an apple that I was next to as I was growing. So I'll ride him to stop the. What was the story again? The pigs are flying. Oh God, the pigs are flying. So I'll just.
The fourth wall having been thoroughly shattered, the characters made their way to the hospital, I think, because the banana was drunk or something.
Too much vodka.
Clarified the character to the narrator. Fortunately, at the hospital was a dashing young nurse by the name of Glenn.
Oh, Glenn, you're looking pretty fine today.
Thanks. Now, I've always said, I reckon I'm pretty without my ears. Who needs the ears these days anyway?
Yeah. The ears or the giant foot growing out of your head.
Don't mention it.
Suddenly, as a strange brown object fell and hit young Glenn on the shoulder, he looked to the sky and exclaimed,
Oh,
something about pigs flying, perhaps.
no, not that.
Please.
That's silly. It's a weak idea for plot. Really?
Having been surprised at the flying pigs, the other characters looked to the sky, and there indeed they were. There was Sergeant Benson from the local police precinct, and David Cameron as well.
Oh God, they're both being eaten by flying pigs.
Oh.
Oh, the humanity. Oh God, all those snorting noises the pigs are making right now.
30 seconds left.
Those horrible snorting
My prized
noises.
collection of carpets.
It was at this point that the narrator decided to just hang his head in shame and give all control over to the characters to conclude our opening segment.
Oh gee, get an RPG so we can blow them all down.
Immediately, the narrator regretted his decision.
Let's kill these mothers. Come on.
Arguably, we've not really started, let alone concluded.
Is it the right
Any of
thing
this.
to end the start of our story on "let's kill these mothers"? Like just singling out mothers specifically to
mothers. I
kill.
assumed
I mean,
you
they're
meant
not
pigs,
even
I didn't
flying.
mean
Like, are
mothers.
you not
That's
worried
5
about
minutes.
the pigs?
So the story's going well.
Oh, it's going great. I mean, would you like to recap it for us so that I might know what's going on?
Basically, on the trip to the hospital, a banana and now is it Glenn?
Glenn, the
Glenn was-
dashing young nurse.
They
yes.
met Glenn at the hospital.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
already there.
yeah.
He'd been there for.
What happened
was
to
it she?
Timmy? What happened to
What was it
Timmy?
she?
The son, the bananas. You know what? We'll figure
He hit
this
the-
out
he hit the crack
over.
Pretty. And it hit
Yeah.
back.
Oh no,
In
that's
rain.
unfortunate. Well, perhaps we'll get to that in the second round,
We won't.
assuming we're still here. Yeah. Hello and welcome back. Round two then. Round one I think went spectacularly. Whether it went spectacularly well or not is, of course, up for debate.
I'd go
if
for
you'd
well.
liked, would you?
I
Okay.
wouldn't.
Well,
I
let's
would
see
not.
if I'm assuming we're transmitting, so let's cross our fingers. Let's see if anybody listening, if there is there anybody out there? Let us know. Tweet us in at
the most
Nerve
desperate
Radio.
sounding DJ in the world.
I'm
Please.
Please, I'm so lonely.
Because my wife left me.
Okay, right, Luke, round 2. Do you want
Yeah.
to give that a go?
Round 2, basically you have 10 minutes this time, and there's going to be 3 moments of last minute changes. So be ready for them. Yeah, shall we just get started right away?
We'll just go straight into it. Okay,
Time starts now.
Right, that's the last brick in the wall.
said the builder, having repaired the 4th wall now, and the narrator having pacified the
Oh,
actors during the
there's one more. One more. Sorted.
That's what you get for hiring British, eh, folks? So the 4th wall having been repaired this time, the narrator, perhaps naively, decided to continue the story, whatever semblance of such remains. So in the hospital, Glenn wipes David Cameron's feces off his shoulder, like the poor do some kind of metaphor about what David Cameron's done to them.
Must take you back to our first date, eh, Glenn?
Oh, this is just like some sort of metaphor for the poor.
Touche.
Summed up Glenn. A banana, struggling to come up with further dialogue, decided to walk inside the hospital and reminisce further, perhaps.
Wow, it's really difficult for me to talk, being I'm entirely made out of potassium and that.
He said, forgetting he was now a person.
Not through my eyes.
What you've done there is you've forgotten that you're now a person.
Can you teach me? Can you teach me how to...
I can teach you many things. To love,
Great!
to dance, to
Great!
sing.
Will there
Come
be
here.
potassium involved?
Very little.
Good.
Suddenly, from out of nowhere, Celine Dion began to play. And
Oh, I
Glenn
hate her.
sang along.
Oh, I love her.
Get the RPG.
She's quite good.
Well, we'll agree to disagree then.
We will.
It was an interesting style of singing that the narrator had not heard before, but he was impressed nonetheless.
Oh wow, her voice is so beautiful. Listen to that beautiful voice.
She's gone downhill, I reckon.
Yeah.
The debate raged for hours. Unfortunately, we have not enough time to give you the full sample of it, but hopefully your appetites were whetted somewhat by that. A banana then slipped, ironically, on a stray banana peel,
Oh, the irony!
he said, making his own sound effects.
Oh god, I landed on a sword. Oh god. Oh god. I'm bleeding everywhere. I'm bleeding. What's this red stuff coming out of me?
Glenn, the nurse, decided not to comment on this. I'm not entirely sure why. You'd think so, given that he is qualified to point and say.
Well, with my NHS training, I have no idea what this red stuff is coming out of you.
Okay, fine. Just.
The narrator was happy that at least they were only talking about red liquid coming out of a banana.
Oh, what's
and
this?
decided to
What's-
move the
what's
story on
that?
quickly as David Cameron, out of control, flew through the window with a cry of something, hopefully from the additional character.
That sounded really sinister for it.
Okay. Last minute changes come in. Plot twist time, if there was a plot. Something to do with betrayal.
I have betrayed you, England.
Well, we kind of already knew that. That's not really a
Shush!
twist, but
Shush! Shush! And once more, shush. For I was not David Cameron all along. Can you guess who I was?
one of those lizard people David Icke is going on about all the time.
How dare you? How dare you? You know, I ought to run you through here with my blade that you've fallen over and tripped on. But you have to persuade me not to. In song.
As a banana prepared to sing, and he will be singing.
Oh, great.
The narrator wondered how David Cameron managed to leave a sword there for a banana to be impaled on, given that he was flying around outside. Unfortunately for David Cameron, the 4th wall was still in place and could not respond. Fortunately, though,
Damn this 4th wall! I have such good improv!
the narrator was just about holding it together, but fortunately, a banana was ready with his song.
Oh, David, I'd really like you to take me behind the Houses of Parliament, because I really want to go in there and throw a massive rave. One huge massive rave. And well, we totally have a bromance and stuff. We could go on the London Eye together. We could go kart racing together. I could show you how to play Call of Duty.
You could.
And it would be the best thing you've done since you've been Prime Minister.
As the song wound down, the narrator wondered what happened to the tune.
Now, that's what I call slightly satisfactory. My accent's changed, but I don't think the audience care.
So, will you help me?
Will I?
Help me fight all those flying pigs that are going on at the moment? Because remember, that was a thing.
Banana, remembering the plot.
That was a thing. There were flying pigs and they were killing everyone.
Now.
Suddenly, the pigs dive-bombed the hospital.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
Oh
dear. Crumbs.
Another last-minute change. We need this to be more dramatic. Make almost all character lines deadly serious.
One pig, though, was against war. And he turned to his brothers and he said,
My brothers, this is wrong.
and they wept.
This is so wrong.
Wept
Look out.
so very hard.
You may weep, my brothers, but look how far we've come. Once we were sausages, pure meat for the satisfaction of the Englishman.
Oh, I'm hungry
But now, shush, Terence, shush, shush.
The other pigs wondered how they had gone from being sausages to pigs again, but thought it was a good speech, and they decided to carry on listening.
Due to the reality flux matrix recently happening, which caused bananas to turn to men and sausages back to pigs, and David Cameron to whatever he currently is.
Did we forget to mention that? Wondered the narrator.
No. Oh, there's a brick come there, out of the sky. Why, it's some sort of fourth wall.
The narrator wept as well, at the speech, but perhaps not in the same way that the pigs were. Back in the hospital, though, fellow pigs had not heard this cry to lay down their arms, and were continuing their assault on David Cameron and a banana.
Death, death and fire. Bacon.
Is one of them Smorg?
I believe one of them may be Smorg. My accent is incredibly inconsistent, and I seem to just be doing the two voices.
Okay, and you've got your final last-minute change. The protagonist actor has been fired. Use a different voice.
Tally-ho, gentlemen! I'm a banana, you see.
Confused by the sudden and unexplainable change in Ben's voice, going from Ben to Ben, the narrator took a moment to ponder what he could possibly, if anything, salvage from this before the next song break. When suddenly, from out of nowhere, did young little Timmy arrive, having escaped from the crack in the pavement that he had fallen down earlier.
Banana, where are you?
Get back down there, you!
I'm sorry, Banana. I just can't anymore. I've got to tell you something, Banana.
What?
Dun dun dun.
I love you.
That's weird. Get away from me, you freak.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
And then the narrator instructed the banana to shoot him with a shotgun. Right, narrator?
And then the banana couldn't speak anymore, for he stole the narrator's job, and the narrator was quite offended. The narrator was also wondering why a banana was so offended that his son said he loved him. Surely that should be what we aim for as a society, should it not?
No.
Well, good to know. It was at that point that David Cameron arrived again, and hopefully said something to advance the plot.
Good news, Banana. I have taken lead of the pigs' forces, and now they're our allies. There's one problem, though. I have betrayed you again. I am now the general of the pig army. Prepare to meet your doom.
It looks funny seeing you fly a pig like that.
Our banana did not seem to be taking this very seriously, but surely this was all part of his plan.
No, it just looks funny. I'm gonna watch.
How dare
He
you?
said to no one in particular.
There is nothing funny about David Cameron with a large piece of pork between his legs. Now, I forbid you to laugh about it.
I mean,
Hearing of the pork between David Cameron's legs, Nick Clegg came running in, dripping from his tongue.
David!
For you see, He had just had a drink of water and was quite, not dehydrated, but overhydrated.
David, I've taken a drink of water, but I don't know how to swallow.
The whole studio cringed. So, Nick Clegg was there, and he had news, other news for David.
I've got news, David. Other news for you. Can you guess what it is?
He said, doing his best Rolf Harris impression. Meanwhile, across London, Operation U-Tree's ears did burn bright.
And that's all you've got time for in that round. How do you think it's going so far?
Personally, I'm just glad that the people in charge of the radio all went home after the last show.
I'm glad that no one is listening.
That's not true, actually. We've had some tweets in. We've had 3 tweets in, and only 2 of them are from my dad. First, we have at Tim Hessey saying, "Little Timmy is listening. Quite disappointed to be dropped mid-story." Obviously.
He did come back.
Yeah, you did come back. We got you out of the crack. I don't know what you're complaining about, Dad. We also have at Immy Cake, listening to at Nerve Radio, smiley face. "This nurse doesn't sound qualified." Winky face. Clearly being a bit sexist there, because men can be nurses as well, Immy. I mean, that's just...
Actually, it was a woman.
Oh dear.
No, Glenn doesn't choose, he doesn't define gender.
Oh, well, that's very forward thinking of Glenn. We're gonna skirt around that and go to at Tim Hessey again, saying, "Mum says if you can't play properly with the fourth wall, she'll put it away till you behave." Which I think applies particularly to Ben.
Sorry.
You're a dashing young rogue, I know. I know you're so damn talented, Ben.
Well,
but you just need to rein it in a bit. So right, now I'm going to work on reining Ben in. Maybe a bit of will be some beating. And we're going to, you're going to listen to Perfidia by the Mambo All-Stars, I hope.
Matt, put down the pipe, put down the pipe!
Hello and welcome back again, just in time for round 3, which I'm sure we're all just as excited to see or listen to as I am. Not at all terrified. Unrelated, has anyone seen where my fingernails have gone? I can't find them anywhere.
They're here.
Jack's got them in his mouth.
I've got them here. I've been collecting them.
Well, if you could hold on to them for me.
I will.
We'll go through round 3. Luke, save me.
Yep, round 3, to mix it up a bit, it's going to be identical to round 2. So 3 more last minute changes will come up.
I like. Didn't see that one coming.
Yep. So another 10 minutes. Enjoy.
Sorry, I've not been paying attention.
When last we left our heroes, or whatever on earth we can call this group, Nick Clegg had something he needed to tell David Cameron, that is, the current Prime Minister of the UK, unfortunately. And leader of the uprising pig militant army thing. They seem kind of irrelevant to the story for the most part, but we like to put them in every now and again to pretend that we know what we're doing.
David, I've got something to tell you,
cried Nick.
I'm leaving, David.
Oh no, I liked you two together.
I can't
said a banana, butting in.
I can't do this anymore. What do you mean you can't do this anymore? What can't you do anymore? I can't be your whipping boy anymore. You made me change my accent. I got a job as a parking attendant now. I'm leaving. I'm sorry, David.
The narrator wondered why Nick Clegg became American at the end of that, but chalked it up to the high emotions. David, with tears in his eyes, turned to Nick, placed one shoulder on his hand, and then slapped him across the face and said, I wish the guy doing the voices for the additional characters wasn't looking at his phone. No, he didn't, of course, that's just the narrator joking.
David's pretty hip. He's got a cool new iPhone. I like it.
The narrator and the additional character actor were caught in a staring match. I'm not sure why, but the narrator hoped that a banana would somehow save the day.
Oh yeah, sorry, Pig Army. Yeah. Let me just grab out this RPG with a convenient amount of rockets in it, and I'll just start shooting at his pig army. That'll work, right? Yeah. Here it goes.
My only problem is, Banana, is what exactly are you intending to use the role-playing game for?
Role-playing game?
The RPG.
No. RPG is a type of rocket launcher.
Well, this is an entirely audio-based
Unfortunately,
story.
for
Visually, we
Abanana.
can't see you holding a rocket launcher.
Well, I am, just so you know.
But you have to be more specific.
Okay, I'm
The
holding a
narrator-
giant
I
rocket
don't
launcher.
know which character I'm doing anymore.
I am holding a giant rocket launcher.
The narrator turned off the microphone for the voice actors so that he could speak again, and told them that he'd only turn it up again if they could behave themselves.
No.
No, cried Jack, and the narrator did weep. Sob, sob, sob. Now, unfortunately for Abanana, he got Timmy to pack the RPG, and Timmy had indeed packed a role-playing game. But
Timmy, you
convenient-
idiot!
Oh,
This is why I left you!
I thought you left me because you didn't love me anymore.
That
Dad?
too, both of them. Both those things.
Oh, last minute change. Sorry for interrupting. The protagonist's
Why
long
are
lost
you
uncle.
apologising for interrupting?
Okay. The protagonist's long lost uncle has returned out of the blue. Time for a heart-to-heart moment.
Oh, God.
Hello, Uncle Banana.
Banana? Banana, is that you?
Hi.
It's been so very long. Let me touch your soft, soft banana skin.
Please don't do that.
What? Human flesh? Revolting. What have you become?
I didn't ask to be this way. Please,
I believe you may have asked.
please don't disown me.
Who you asked, I'm not quite sure.
Strangely enough,
work out
over
what's
in the
happened.
corner throughout this conversation, David Cameron and Nick Clegg had made up their differences and were getting their Mac on.
Can't wait to hear the sound effects for that. The banana thought.
Now, Nick, do you promise to come back?
No, David, I don't. Hey, you cannot park that car here. This is a free-wheeled car parking lot only.
Now, Nick, stop being so very silly and come back to running the country with me. So, destroying the country with me in this biting political satire.
Okay, David, I will. But no more hitting.
I don't promise that at all.
Wow, that was dark.
The pig army wondered what they were doing, given that their leader was too busy man-stealing it in the corner.
So, definitely time for me to go and get an RPG from the gun shop, right? Right,
Wait.
Ominous Force. let's
Banana.
control the list.
Come here. Do you remember when you were a child, the sunny days we spent on the beach? When summers lasted forever and
I
happiness floated on the breeze and love was just something that you and I would make.
The narrator was worried where
Ah!
this was going, and over the road, Operation U-Tree was getting ready.
Last minute change. A sudden chase sequence begins.
Oh my goodness. It's Project U-Tree. I must go, Banana. Find me. Find me.
I'm okay, thank you. Wait, so we got an army of flying pigs, but that's what we're focusing the chase scene on.
Operation U-Tree, yes.
I think that's a missed opportunity.
Well,
I know
why what?
I'm just a
You know
simple
what?
banana.
The
but
fourth
that's-
wall by this point may as well have not existed.
What? Project
It's-
U-Tree are joining the army of pigs. Together they're becoming an unstoppable paedophile hunting force. Oh, the shame that this Uncle Banana feels.
I'm sorry, but as a banana, I've got some strong opinions about this. It's
The
just
narrator decided to say screw it and engage directly with the characters. What feelings, Banana? What feelings have you got on this?
well, it's just a bit messy, isn't it? A lot of stuff happening all at once. You got this whole pig army plot, and then my uncle coming
Plot?
back and being a bit weird. And
Plot, thought the narrator, laughing most heartily.
I was
Ha!
hoping we could
Ha
take
ha!
this. Daddy, what?
Daddy, who
Oh,
are you
Timmy's
talking
back.
to?
God.
Do you... God?
Yeah.
I thought you heard the voices like I have my entire life. The bad ones.
No.
But God! Oh, Kalukale! What's God saying, Banana?
Yes,
we-
Banana. What is God saying?
We're just having a grown-up chat. I was hoping we'd take this story to the Oscars this year, and you're not kind of...
And lo, were all the characters at the Oscars ceremony. Why, there was Ellen DeGeneres,
Oh my goodness, it's Ellen DeGeneres!
said Ellen DeGeneres. there was Brad Pitt,
And look, Brad Pitt.
said Brad Pitt, and there was Johnny Depp, smouldered Johnny Depp, and for some reason there was Ant and Dec.
Oh dear, which one's which? Did anyone know? I've returned to
The
be David
renowned
Cameron.
Geordies, Ant and Dec.
Oh,
Probably
wait now.
saying
I
something
didn't
like, "Why, aye, lads."
Aye, lads.
There we go, there they are. Isn't that lovely? Our banana was perplexed though.
Oh, yeah. Pretty confusing because they all sound the same to me.
I meant
What's
more
this?
about the location.
Geordies, what's up? This is a terrible. I apologise to all Geordies, briefly breaking the fourth wall here.
We're just going to apologise to the Geordies. No one else we've offended.
Well,
Uh,
the Geordies need to be comforted in a dark time like this.
no, I think we can all agree about that. Maybe sing a song about it. In fact, a banana had just such a song.
Oh,
to
no,
sing
not again.
To comfort the Geordies.
oh,
Pulling a guitar out from his pocket,
I
he
think-
began to strum it lightly, sort of like do do do
I
do
don't
do
mean to break
do
the
do.
fourth wall again, but I believe.
But
he's
you're gonna do it
actually-
anyway.
Yes, he's going to do a rap. I think.
No, he's not.
He's.
The banana is not going to do
If
a
you'd
rap.
let the narrator finish. So he's strumming the guitar all sort of like do 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 do. And just as it feels like he's about to get to a chorus, he lifts the guitar over his head. He takes a mighty swing and slam! Shatters it on the ground, pulls out some bling from round his neck and begins rapping.
All the bananas up in the Oscars say "Ay."
Hey!
Yeah. If you're a fruit, wave your hands in the air and go "Ay."
Hey!
If you got a gun up in your waist, no pears, please shoot up the place.
Why, aye, mate?
Ay.
Hey!
All of the fruit in the audience had had enough of the rap and decided to commit hairy-kiri by throwing themselves at our banana.
Oh!
Splat, splat, splat. It was worth it, they cried. Make it stop, make it stop, make it stop.
In my defence, I was a
Make
bit
it
put on the
stop.
spot there.
Make it stop, please.
The narrator decided to remind the actor that it's an improv game. The entire point of it
Banana.
is that you're on
Banana.
the spot. Oh, screw it.
I'm in character. Right
Oh, are you? Now you're in character.
I've always been a banana.
This is an improv game. I've been reading what's been scratched onto the desk.
Just been reading from my memoirs, yes. So at the Oscars, the pigs all filed in, with David Cameron amongst them. And they sat and they watched the show. It went all right. Ant and Dec were cheated. Alien Autopsy 2 didn't win anything. Not really sure why, personally. They're just so lovable. I don't, In fact, they were confused as well. And as everyone left, they said,
What's all this?
And that's
said
the
our
end of the
banana,
round.
being quite offensive as the round came to an end.
Time for a song
Oh
break.
God, yes, please. Right, this is No Charge by Caro Emerald. Hello and welcome back. As I believe we're going to wrap our magnificent tale up, put the characters out of their misery, how best they deserve it, some kind of mass ritual suicide, I'm hoping. Luke, would you like to introduce the last round to
Yeah,
us?
so this round is the abrupt resolution round, where you have 5 minutes to sum up and resolve whatever has happened so far, which I believe is pigs attacking, Cameron taking them over, and then they
Yep.
went to the Oscars.
Yep.
So, yeah, you have 5 minutes. I may interrupt
Tuesday
halfway
morning,
through.
as I like to call it.
But yeah, good luck. I'll start the timer now.
Okay. So the Oscars had finished. The big winner of the night, of course, was Wanga Fighters 2, a film by Ben Clarke-Booth.
I've talked to that guy, Ben Clarke-Booth, and he's a proper lad. He's a proper bloke. He's a good
The
guy.
one with the really big clock.
Yes. He's
He does have a thing for clocks, like big, like grandfather
Big
clocks. He's a
Clarke-Booth.
big fan of grandfather clocks. Is the writer Ben Clarke-Booth. Now, wondering what the point of the story was, the pigs started to kick up a fuss, and things looked like they were going to turn tense. When luckily, the peaceful young pig from earlier proclaimed,
My brothers, enough. We've tried and we've failed to kickstart this revolution. Maybe retaking all of our beliefs from Russell Brand's bookie wook was a bad move. I, as your leader, after brutally murdering the other one, also my brother, command that we stand down.
Sorry, can I interrupt you? Can I stab you with a fork and turn you into bacon?
Why, yes.
That, of course, being how bacon is made. You just put a fork in a pig.
I mean, I
and-
cook
Why,
it as
yes,
well.
you may. Go ahead, Squire.
Thanks.
And lo, did
Ow.
young Squire put a fork into the pig.
Hey!
And did the pigs all cry, "No, Anthony!" as he became bacon.
Oh,
They
nice.
then all decided to fly away, and all the pigs left, including, well, all of your favourites really. Anthony was carried away by his brothers. David Cameron was there. The pig that played Babe in Goodfellas was there. That was just a joke, of course. Babe is long dead, along with Lassie, Pippin the dog, and many other childhood favourites.
And a last minute change, make sure you leave it open for a sequel.
But David Cameron was clicking his fingers together, plotting, planning something.
If I have this entire pig army by today, then tomorrow, I could have the world. Come with me, my pretties! Fly! Fly!
And he cackled even more.
Aha! I'm done cackling now, though. More tomorrow.
So, at the Oscars ceremony, Ant and Dec turned to Abanana.
Oh, hi guys.
Hey, mate.
Hey,
They seemed concerned, for Abanana was apart from his son Timmy.
Why, aye, mate.
oh, couldn't give a damn. Hey, can I go on I'm a Celebrity and get loads of money?
Why, aye, mate.
Ah, awesome.
Daddy, wait.
Go away.
I was trampled by the pigs.
Go away.
Daddy.
Ant and Dec placed one hand each upon Abanana's shoulder. They looked him in the eyes, and they said,
Why, aye, mate. Why, aye.
and Abanana looked at Timmy, and Timmy, his eyes full of tears, looked up at Abanana, and Abanana did say,
I guess you're right, Timmy. I should kick you away and go on I'm a Celebrity forever.
If you must, Daddy.
I'll be loaded. I'll be minted with money. I'll be driving Ferraris in like a month from now.
That sounds nice.
Pretty great. Anyway, enjoy your time on the streets. I'm off. Bye.
I will.
And Abanana did leave to join I'm a Celebrity, that show in November/December, of course being renowned for also being the same months as the Oscars.
It's a busy time, you know.
It is, that's why I was saying it. So with the Oscars being wrapped up, Ant and Dec took little Timmy with them to sell into slavery on the side.
Are you two my fathers now? Why, aye, mate. Why, aye.
And they took little Timmy away to what would certainly be a whole new adventure.
The end. Oh dear. Okay.
Went the gun of a random American citizen shooting themselves in the foot, as they are wont to do.
I don't know.
What did happen to Nick Clegg?
What didn't? He's still in the car park.
Oh God! So yes, the end, said the narrator, thankful that it had finally been reached. Was there any kind of scoring point, or were we just being taboo?
I had a list of things that I had to say.
Oh yeah, how many of them did you
I
say?
got all of them actually.
Did
so
you?
Bingo.
Did you? When did you say? You had actually been crossing them off.
I have been crossing them off. I know how to play the game.
When did you say no? My prized collection of carpets.
I believe that
Oh,
was
he
at the
did
start.
during the fight.
Okay.
Was that? who
What
was
about who needs ears these days?
That was
anyway.
the
that?
introduction.
Was it
break.
Glenn?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was-
okay.
That was Glenn.
When did he repeat what someone else just said as a question?
That was a loose one. The narrator stated they were at the Oscars, and little Timmy questioned that. Well, didn't question, but he repeated it as a question. But he's slow, that Timmy. Slow.
What do you think, Luke?
Yeah, I think he got most of them, and I
Wait,
totally
wait.
had the scoring system
Where
in
did?
place.
Hey,
so-
you cannot park that car here. This is a free-wheeled
Yeah,
car
Did I
parking
pick
lot
up on
only.
on my incredibly clever setup of having Nick Clegg leave the cabinet to go and work in a car park, only to then.
Yeah, but
say
you didn't
that
say
line.
that
He
line.
didn't say that line.
Did
he?
it?
It was covered by screaming.
I was
I'll be
listening
honest,
out
it
for them,
was-
and I
Okay.
heard those things.
Okay.
So overall,
Our audience of 3
Yeah.
people can back me up here. Tweet in.
What have we
These
got? We
tweets
got.
in.
Oh, we do have a new tweet from at Tim Hessey, whoever that is. And he says, must be the first time Ant and Dec didn't win an award. Ant and Dec, of course, renowned Oscar winners. So yeah, there's our fan base. I'm sure it will double once news of our incredible story weaving abilities get out.
Doubling isn't hard when there's one.
That's not true. My mum is also listening.
Oh, hi, Matt's parents.
Ben
Matt.
shouted into the microphone, as he had been doing all show long.
Hope you're well.
The narrator decided to just give in to the insanity of it and whip off his shirt.
Ooh, what
Woo!
tiny, pretty little nipples.
Who won then, Luke?
oh no, it was a team-based thing. So if anyone ever came back to to compete against this team, they have to go against a score of completely not made up on the spot, 52.
Excellent.
Well done, guys.
How did we
Yay.
get that? Could we do a score by score
Oh,
breakdown?
I'm pretty sure we
Point-
don't have
no,
time.
no, we got
to-
4 more minutes. That
Oh,
should be all
okay.
right.
Well,
Oh, we
the-
also have, another tweet. This one's a very important one from at Tim Hessey saying, "Hi Ben."
Oh, hey, hope you do good.
Too good.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
So those points, Luke.
yeah. Well, you included pigs.
Yeah, yeah, we made great use of the pigs.
You lost the little marks for some of the improv, but I think it was a pretty darn good try.
Oh, thanks,
and that's
Luke.
why I've given you 52 whole points.
I'll take that. I'll take
So,
52.
Yes. Well done. Thanks for
Can we
playing.
double or nothing?
No.
We couldn't tell a whole story in an hour. We're not going to be able to tell a whole story in 2 minutes.
Broken.
So, same time next week, eh, Matt?
No, actually, because we're a fortnightly show, so it'll be same time next week, Ben.
Ah.
Don't know why we have you on sometimes.
Neither do I. I just kind of wake up in here.
It's your talent. You're just so damn talented.